Hello, it's me, Brian. Good morning, morning video. Alright, oh wow, there's a clip. I remembered to pick up the two clips for the wrist pins, right? And put them over there with the pistons. But anyways, good morning. Well, I finally got some decent weed. You know what I'm saying? One of the young guys over at Saturday, you know what I'm saying, got a couple of jars cured up, just right. Right, you know what I'm saying? And we're being the test guinea pigs. Right now, this guinea pig's pretty happy. Good, it's smooth, right? Smokes real well, you know what I'm saying? And it's right at the end, you know what I'm saying? Right as you inhale you know what I'm saying? It's got this really sweet, kind of like a bubble gummy flavor. It's weird. Right? Now I would say it's probably more, sativa dominant, right? Because I am a little zoomy, but I mixed it with a little bit of some other shake that we had, you know what I'm saying, just to make a little bit bigger little chunk, right? But overall, I mean, it's just pretty good, you know what I'm saying? Probably, 19, 18% maybe. Do good in the backyard. I was the one that helped me build the enclosure around it. But anyway, update. Made myself laugh. Okay. That's been yeah, it's good shit. Okay, let's see. It's been 3 days now since the last event that we've had concerning either Mom or Treasa, medical wise. Which is good. Right? Okay, Taylor, the local county EMT guy, you know what I'm saying, he's been by a couple of times and straightened out the pills and got everything right, you know what I'm saying, got Mom on track, you know what I'm saying. Clarice and the church ladies have been, they've been coming and getting her and taking, I think this morning she just got back a little while ago from the Bible studying, you know what I'm saying, right? She was a little disappointed. I mean, only a couple of ladies showed up. I mean, but they studied. But and 3 days ago, the last event that we had was that the plush. She had this drain. She had 12 stitches, right? And then there was this rubber drain thing with a hose and those little squeeze balls, right? To drain out the pus and shit from the infection after they did the surgery. Right, well, 3 days ago, somehow, because it's this long, it popped out. Right, Mom had been fussing with it for, she'd had it in for like 9 days anyway. She'd been fussing with it for like the last two days or so. She wanted, she just didn't want it. I get it. Right, the little drain tube was filling up very much, and it was just filling up with plasma blood anyway, so it didn't need to be in there. So it popped out. But I had to take her all the way to Fallon, you know what I'm saying, because Taylor, the local EMT guys, and I mean, they're just, they're trained, they're highly trained, and they do a lot of training, you know what I'm saying, but the county doesn't allow them to perform certain stuff, right, that falls under the sphere of influence of the doctor. I had to think about that one. You saw that. So, Taylor's best advice, you know what I'm saying, was either, they put her in the ambulance, take her to Fallon, or I put her in the truck, take her back, because she wasn't going to die. There's no danger of her dying. And, you know what I'm saying, the hole where the plug was in, I mean, think of it as like a bullet hole. You understand? The hole where the plug was in, it looked really good, and it wasn't infected, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't bleeding, when from the time it popped out until, right, we got her to Fallon, it never bled, you know what I'm saying, so I know it was, doing good. Right, and now, you know what I'm saying, me and her went, we hit the emergency room, we were there about an hour and a half, boom, bing, bang, she hit the jacket box on the way out, whew, back. That was it, last time. And then since then, my Mom's been doing really good. She's, got all of her medications right. And she's, walked around, she walked around the yard, the middle yard, probably about, 50 or 70 yards, a couple times, yesterday and the day before, right, she parties around in the house really well, right, it's outside with the walker that she does do good because the ground is rough, but her balance is good, she's, sprung back to being Marlene, right? And in general, she's doing really good, right? I told her, that I've been keeping you guys updated every once in a while, and she said thank you to all you guys that, sent her prayers and wished her luck. You know what I'm saying? Marlene's doing good. She is today. This is like one of her best days so far of the whole experience, and it dates all the way starting all the way back in April when Jimmy started to pass. All right. Okay. Now Treasa's doing excellently good. Unfortunately, the brace that they made for her the last time she went, she had to go do her double 2-week checkup thing. When she was up there, it broke. But luckily, she kept the leg mobilizer on. During the whole thing. When we got out there, the doctor kind of sort of, said, you'll see you again in January, right? Don't pop it out again, There's nothing I can do. That's, But since then, we kept her mobilized, immobilized, for the last, week, 10 days straight, with a little bit of walking back and forth in the trailer, stretching herself out, she moves around a little bit, she's on her own. The last couple of days, she's felt a lot better since she finally got her medications right, and which she started exercising, doing the leg lifts, to work the muscles around her hip, where the thing went, right, and, right, so the last couple 3 days, she's been a little bit more physical, she's made it outside to the house once, and we walked all the way from the count trailer, we walked all the way over to the brown shed and back, and that's like about 100 yards, right, she's sat outside and sunned herself a couple times. And for the most part, she's, been doing her physical exercises. I just watched her do them, didn't make sure she did them, didn't really watch her do them. She was doing them while I was editing some video, I was keeping track of my head. She knew I was keeping track of my head, so it's kind of like a motivational thing, right? Right, she's working her way up, she's doing good, right? She's, walking with a cane. Right, she doesn't have much pain. The only pain she really has is like mid-thigh, right? And around the back of her butt cheek, but that's where the metal is attached to her bone. And the reason for that pain is deep down throbbing pain sometimes is because the bone is knitting around the screws and the metal rod that they jam down into her femur bone. And then, right, her pelvis is also, knitting to the screws of the, what do they call it? Your device or whatever, the screw thing, where the socket is for the hip. That's why, and that's like probably, the major point of pain for her right now, aside from her ankle. Her ankle's closed, but her ankles are really good. So she's getting mobile, she's working at it better. She also says thank you to all you guys. And she says special thank you guys for laughing at the video that we made when we were in Vegas about the whole thing, right? Right. So overall, like the last week or so, 10 days, it's been relatively quiet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yes, I've done my share. I probably, but it does. I don't mind it because it's something that I want to do. Anyway. It's the reason that it was one of the main, reasons why I decided to come here was plugging in. Right, you know what I'm saying? And here, Gage. This is from my friend Gage. Right? Hey, little brother. Right? Look, bro. Right? The past is not who you are, bro. It's what you did. Right? You know what I'm saying? What happened back here, right? You can't change. Look, even if we had more money than Elon Musk and all of his scientists and all of his engineers and all of his battery technologies, right? And we built this a time machine, right? we still couldn't go back in time and change anything, because just the simple fact of going back in time changes everything. Right? You know what I'm saying? So like, it's time is like the ocean, bro. It's merciless. Right? What is, right? The only thing we can do, you know what I'm saying, is remember it, right? Learn from it, right? And so carry it, you know what I'm saying, right, like an adult, and go forward in your life that you have now. And with full, cognizant, you know what I'm saying, recognition, right, that what you do, you know what I'm saying, and how you approach it, right, strengthens who you really are. I know you get it, little brother, because you and me, we've talked long hours. Right? Understand? But yeah, I'm always proud of you, Gage. You always do good. You know what I'm saying, little brother? Right? Happy birthday. Right? It's, as far as everybody else, thanks, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? The numbers are kind of, working their little magic, but, hey, it is what it is. This time last year, I was on the upswing. Right? You know what I'm saying? According to one of my metrics on my analytics, you know what I'm saying, my impressions, I'm getting more impressions, you know what I'm saying, and Gmail, you know what I'm saying, I do appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, and it's you guys, guys like you are the important ones, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to helping somebody like me, you know what I'm saying, because you have the time, and you have the inclination, you know what I'm saying, and you have the curiosity, you know what I'm saying, to do the easy, on the surface research, and just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know what I'm saying, and all of that adds up, you know what I'm saying, in the advice and the things that you say, right, you know what I'm saying, because, I've been doing this so long, a lot of the stuff that you're gonna come across in your little light researches, and you too, Jared, because you're trying to learn this, you need to pay attention, you know what I'm saying, on what it is that you're looking at and how to search for it, so that you learn how to tag up your stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that when other people search for it, they find your stuff, you know what I'm saying, along with everybody else's stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because there is never no way that you're going to be number one on YouTube, because there's so many people doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And Google's algorithm has categorized it all the same way. You know what I'm saying? Certain taglines and certain key, long tail key phrases, certain, the way you title them, you know what I'm saying? All of that stuff, right, counts in the algorithm's little brain, you know what I'm saying? So when any information or any ideas or any things that you might see, Gmail, you know what I'm saying? Right? That pique an interest in what it is that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm always open to suggestions. I'm always open to ideas. I'm always open to new strategies. You know what I'm saying? I've done so many of them. I'm kind of burnt out on the strategy, and I'm just kind of like, going with my flow. You know what I'm saying? And zeroing in on the things that I do every day. Right? And saying, yes, I'm still capable of filling in, the rest of the playlist. Yeah, I can still do cooking videos. Yeah, I can still do progress videos. Yeah, I can still do beer reviews. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can still do how-to projects and all kinds of other shit. You know what I'm saying? But right now, right, this is my focus. You know what I'm saying? I want this thing to run, you know what I'm saying, by midsummer. I do. You know what I'm saying? And the only way it's going to happen is if I come out here, you know what I'm saying, when I have the time to come out here, in between all my other chores and all the other stuff that I got to do, and, the part-time job that I have, and then the other part-time job I have up on the mountain, you know what I'm saying, right, So, thank you. I do appreciate it, right? Your advice is timely. You know what I'm saying? You reminded me of a couple of things that I should be doing. And I'm also trying to research something else for you too, prepping, and you, Jared, right? And that's how to put end screens from your phone. I think I got a line on it because I found this British dude. I might leave a link for you guys to one of his shows, right? See, if one of you guys can figure it out, you could, by all means, I'd be more than happy to learn it from you. Well, I'm going to leave a link for Homeboys in the description, right? So if I can find him again, right? In other words, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. Appreciate it. Please like and subscribe, share this video. You know what I'm saying? We're all going to benefit from some kind of knowledge that one of us is going to get. Oh, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, I think.